What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tomboy After Dark. I am Kristin. I'm joined with Lilla in person, in the flesh. I'm going to, but I'm not going to. And Ace, the terrorist.
Listen, this dog, y'all, the love-hate relationship I have with this little guy.
He's okay now.
He is right now in this moment, and he wants to bite my face off.
Next time
he doesn't.
come here.
Right. Like he has the memory of a goldfish. But
he's super sweet, though. Anyway, we figured it was better to keep him close and quiet rather than beyond the gate and barking at us. So he got to hang out today. We are currently in the process of figuring out how to record in person.
again,
I think I know what to do. We're not sure yet. So we're just going with the flow. Lila's obviously had a lot to do getting acclimated back to the States and just getting comfortable in her house and her getting a car and all the things that you have to do when you move across the country, or across the world, rather.
right.
But yeah, I personally am dying to hear a little bit about what's been going on since she's gotten here. So I'm hoping that we can jump right into that.
All right. Well, first, what are your goods and not?
Oh, she's deflecting.
I am deflecting a little bit.
Okay, so my yum.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of yums right now. We have a lot of good stuff going on, and we're going to see a cool concert tonight or tomorrow night that I've been looking forward to. And my yuck, which is kind of a superficial yuck, but I told Lila before we started recording, I showed her the evidence of what I think this little guy did. But I had a couple of pairs of very nice cowboy boots, like real cowboy boots, over the knee, hot cowboy boots. And they had these cool tassels on them with a fringe, and they're like ombre. It's beautiful, kind of like difficult, hard to make, one of a kind stuff. And he ate, y'all. He ate the fringe.
They're bald. They got bald spots. Yeah, they got bald spots.
So the only thing I know to do is contact the company, and I'm gonna try my hardest to salvage them.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it's one, because there are two colors. It's one of each color. I can put them together.
Right. Do a whole new vibe. Do a whole new vibe.
So those are mine. These are mine. What are yours?
This is life. Life right now is lifing hard. We've been applying for jobs. We have applied, both my husband and I applied for over 200 plus jobs. Half of them now, even on LinkedIn. We talked about this in another episode. LinkedIn and Indeed, which used to be like the reputable, places to apply for jobs. Half of them are scams. You get a interview and it's to sign up for different surveys, or all of a sudden, they're asking for your social security number and all this. Like, I'm not giving you my social security number and my full address and all these things. Like, it's insane, because even reputable companies like LinkedIn have scammers on them now. And it's just weeding through the jobs that are actually hiring, the jobs that are not scammers, and just getting those interviews. We talked about this, about the AI system and everything. So it's been insane, but I had one yesterday and it went really, really well. I'm really excited. It was an hour and a half. Okay. It was a lot. It was a lot of talking and a lot of interacting, but I think it went well. So I hope to hear back from them the next few days. So if you are listening, call me. Okay. But also the job hunt continues. My husband's had interview after interview, and it's exhausting. And these companies are waiting so long to let you know that, you don't know whether to apply for other jobs or accept another job and then have this one come through. It's just a hot mess. I wish they would have like a timestamp, by August, whatever, or September, whatever, we will let you know. And they don't. Most of them just don't even call you back. You go to an interview, they don't call you back. Anyway, that's going on. Sorting out our living situation. We had 5 humongous boxes arrive from Saudi Arabia and 5 suitcases, and getting stuff out of their current location where we're living and our stuff in has just been insane. Then I decided to buy a car. Not decided, I had to buy a car because I didn't have a car here. And navigating that, that's always fun. Used car salesmen are not always the most reputable humans in terms of reliable things, but I got a new car. I'm excited. So far, so good. I've had it for about a week, and other than little things, we got it. It's rolling, and you just got to be smart. The way that interest rates are right now, and car prices are just insane. So it's hard. So there's that. So that's done and checked off. And we've been spending so much time with family. And we even surprised my husband's son at his football game. And it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. He does have a job interview tomorrow with guitar. So there is that possibility that we might be leaving again. Fingers crossed he gets a job here. Everything works out as it should, and we stay for a long, long time. But it's just been so nice. Like, I went to my niece's volleyball game this weekend, just being able to, I went to my sister's house for a football party, just like everyday things, and just being here during football season, which is the first time in 8 years that I'm actually here watching football in real time. And I love football and go Gamecocks. And also I'm married into the Georgia football family, so I am a part-time dog. We don't play them this year, so that's okay. That's hi. We're in love now. We're in love today, right now, in this moment. He's about to bite my face off. Oh my God, he's just sniffing you out. Oh, okay, Dan. Yeah, so that is what's going on. And then we were talking about this a little bit before we got on, just the expectations when you move home, that you are still in, in the past when we came home, it was see people, dinner, lunch, whatever. And people are still in that mindset, like, oh, I haven't seen you. Oh, I haven't seen this girl. I've been home for 2 weeks. And she's like my favorite person on the earth.
I have to say, too, Gabe, sorry, baby. Gabe was like, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, be any kind of way, but, have you heard from Lilla? And I'm like, of course I've heard from her. He's like, but, I mean, they've been home, like, I said, look, slow your roll. Can you even imagine what they have had to do? Right. I mean, just from moving into your father's place where his things are already there.
Right.
And then you have all these other things coming.
And I didn't have a car.
So won't come.
Right.
And then you didn't have a vehicle. I'm like, she doesn't have.
And we went out of town for 5 days. We went to Georgia.
We were gone.
Then I know. But
please.
Yes. But even my own family, certain members of my family, we're not going to name names, are like, oh, I've only seen you 3 times since you've been home. I'm like, I haven't even seen a lot of people at all. Like, we literally landed 2 days later. We went to Georgia. Then we came back. 3 days later, we went to Georgia, then Tennessee, then came back. Literally, we just got back Tuesday of this week. And it's not Tuesday, I don't even know. We're out of town this weekend again.
Yeah. I barely ever know what day it is, and I'm okay with that. I feel like time is a construct anyway. I mean, as long as I'm asleep, I worry more about the sun. Like, I don't like anything that really disrupts my sleep. We've got this friend that is basically a rock star.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
He's in a band, he travels, he tours. And if we go hang out with him, I have to prepare Gabe beforehand. I'm like, look, I am not an all-nighter.
Right.
I am not an all-nighter.
Those days are over.
I know way too much about lost sleep and what it does to us and all of those things that I am not into it.
Yeah.
Not into losing sleep.
It's hard.
I'm not like a napper. I don't sleep all day. I don't sleep a long time, but the hours you're supposed to sleep, those are the hours I want to sleep.
Right. Like, I mean, we were going to bed, and when we lived overseas, we were going to bed at 9 o'clock because he was getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work. But now, like, we're in bed at like 8, 9 in the morning. And we're looking at each other like, what's happening? It's so weird. But then we're up and at it, and we've been up late and just trying to get stuff done. And every night we end our night applying for jobs. That's literally my life right now. So if anybody's hiring, guys, hi, welcome to my life. I'll do anything at this point except teach, except go in the classroom. It's not what I want to do. Especially, I mean, you guys have seen the news. Jesus, I mean, the school shooting, and then another teacher got attacked like 2 days ago. I mean, I want nothing to do. It's so sad. It is so sad.
It's so sad.
Like, you're not safe at school.
And it doesn't happen in other countries.
No.
I don't care what anyone says.
No.
This is not happening everywhere. It's only happening here.
People in other countries don't believe that this stuff happens. And I was looking online, there's been like 48 school shootings this year. Like, what are we doing, y'all? In other countries, they're not shooting. They're not taking guns to school. They don't even have guns.
No, they want to take the phones from the children in the classrooms. Well, I'm sorry. I think they should be allowed to have them.
Right.
Or at least
got to call
their to them.
Parents when some stuff goes down. Right. I mean, my sister, she's a teacher. She just ordered self-locking, like one of the things you can control with your phone, a lock for her classroom door just in case things go down. That's not things that people should have to do in a safe environment. School's supposed to be your emotional, physical, safe place. And it's just sad, y'all. It's sad. It breaks my heart because I loved what I did for so many years and I was so passionate. And since I've been home, I've been running into, I'm at Sam's and it's like, Miss Martone, oh my God. And then I have kids come up to me and they're like, and I mean, this girl told me, she was like, she was like, literally, I ran into some of the girls that I went to school with and we were just talking about school and, how it would be great just go back to high school and just the simplicity of life back then. And then they started talking about like, God, have you seen, Miss Martone's moving back and all this stuff. And they started talking about like the impact I had on their lives. And like they were, she was like, you just have no idea at that age what having a strong woman who cares about you. And I was like, so I'm like crying in the middle of Sam's. And my husband's like, oh my God, why don't you go back to teaching? And I'm like, I know, like, I miss that. I miss those connections. If I ever taught you, I love you. I promise. Like,
and also connections don't pay the bills.
And there's that, or keep you safe or sane. Okay. And that's the problem, so, I'll find other ways.
Saying what we ask teachers to do for the amount of money
right.
they get. They should get paid like doctors. I mean, I just feel so strongly about that. It is ridiculous. And I just think it all starts with how you vote. You have to vote. Vote.
Yeah, tonight is a big debate. I can't wait to watch this. I just feel like we're watching glorious just reality show, which is sad that, but I feel like we're just sitting back watching a reality show right now. And I just don't know how I even feel about anything anymore.
So here we are because my boy RFK dropped out.
Right. He was the one.
He was the one. I really wanted Nikki Haley, but we'll deal
with whatever happens. But I'm sure next week we'll talk about this. I'm sure there will be many memorable moments and many memes and many TikToks made about tonight's.
Oh, yeah, you don't even have to watch.
Right, just go on TikTok. Just go on TikTok.
Read all the memes.
They'll be coming. They'll be coming.
I've been on TikTok.
Oh, she has. She has.
I have barely been on there, and I have just been regurgitating the things that I made for Instagram.
So,
but it's a start. And also, I also had the thought, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about TikTok?
Like everybody, that's the thing.
Right, but if somebody was starting out a brand and they were going to promote their brand, I would tell them, pick one platform and hammer it.
Yeah, of course.
Which is what I have done with Tomboy. I mean, it has kind of filtered to Facebook just because it's my personal stuff too, but in general, I think it's okay to have the one. I almost think that the Tomboy TikTok needs to have a different vibe, if you know what I'm saying. And that might be more the direction we go with it.
Yeah.
This is my life lately.
Right.
Just that
emoji. Same. I wake up every morning like
little grin by like,
right, what am I today gonna do? What am I doing today with my life? I don't know. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Trying not to be stressed about not being stressed. Like, I feel like I'm more stressed about the fact that I'm not stressed about my current situation.
What is there to be stressed about?
Because I don't have a job.
Hey, but if you're actively, this is my theory, and y'all tell me what you think, please.
Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, so what if something is wrong? If we are working towards a solution, what is actually wrong?
Right. Like Kristin always says, is anything on fire?
Nothing's on fire.
Nothing's on fire.
Nothing's on fire. I'm not grabbing the fire extinguisher.
Did we fall in love?
She found a Frenchman. Ace is going to be a dad. I was like, what? Y'all, Ace is going to be a dad in like a week. So.
Are you getting one?
I'm not really sure. I'm leaning towards no.
Okay.
Because why? I literally rescued 5 of these things that nobody wanted, so I don't really know why we are bringing more of them into the world. It's just been a really contradictory emotion time for me. But I also think, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like if the right people are coming along and are going to love them, and they obviously want to pay for them, they're expensive, then they're going to love them. But I have dogs that are at my house right now that have papers. They were still expensive, and they still didn't want them. So I don't know what I think about the whole thing. I was asked if he could participate in this venture. And who am I to deny this girlfriend?
I mean, or a one-night stand.
Yeah, or a one-night stand.
Things happen.
With her dad.
There's that. There's that.
So yeah, we're gonna have little Frenchie puppies here in the next week or two. We're gonna be able to look at, but no, I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Yeah.
And then I had the thought, well, what if they don't all sell? Because she's having 5.
Wow.
But look at this little face, y'all.
No,
I'm
he's
like
Sour
99% sure we could win a beauty pageant. Like if there was a dog owner beauty pageant, I'm like 99% sure we could do it because together, feeling apart, we're okay. Apart, we're okay, but together, I mean, look at us. Oh my God.
Oh my God. This guy,
He's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr.
That's what Gabe's calling him.
I like it. I like it.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
See, but this doggy, baby.
I just vacuumed his chairs. He just glittered all over them. So I feel like I do have a few things that I want to talk about with the magazine, but I don't know if this is it.
Okay.
But we do have some cool things happening. Deadlines have been given.
Mm-hmm. I got mine.
I am going to be arranging some reviews and trend things that we're going to do and just get girls' opinions, and that part I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited. And it's coming together. And can I do this some more?
Right.
There's something about this setup that's making me really like.
Well, you wanted to sit back, and then we looked like we were like on a couch and just got done.
I know that's a lot of fun.
I got a lot of time.
But we basically just wanted to catch up. This is the first time we have seen each other since she moved home, so we have just accomplished that in the last 20 minutes.
Right.
Between now and the next episode, I'm gonna know exactly how we're recording this.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, if the sound isn't wonderful, just know it's going to be fixed. But we played it back. It seemed fine. It seemed
okay. So
yeah,
seemed fun. And I mean, I don't love the idea of having a bunch of podcast episodes out that aren't of great quality, but I think it's okay if they're different quality.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows, it's real life. We're not in a sterile situation. We're not in a, this is us. This is how we work. We give you all the content, and sometimes it comes in different forms, and I feel like that's okay.
And sometimes
I feel like that's
puppies.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't feel bad. You're the one who barks at. My girl Mandy, I'm so sorry, Mandy. Mandy will come, and he is relentless with her. He has bit her a couple times, and, I hate it. But he's just protective. If you were to meet him on the street, he would be so sweet. But if you walk in his house, he's mad at you about it.
And he's the little one, like he's the smallest one. So I feel like he's got Napoleon complex a little bit, like those men. And speaking of piggybacking on the adjusting to America. So where we lived, men are not allowed to be mannish. Okay.
Sure.
Catcall, Okay. Yeah. First of all, we're in the mall. I am with my husband. We are in the store together, clearly together. My husband is 6'2". He's not a tiny little man. He doesn't blend into the background. He is there. He is present. I'm thinking Shane is standing behind me because somebody's presence is so close to my body. This is in a big store. There are 3 people in there. Me, myself, Shane, and this man. I turn around and it's this man, and he has got his phone like this. And I'm like, excuse me? He was like, oh, sorry. And then he walks around. So I walk over to Shane, and I'm like, clearly like, hey, husband, hi, this guy's just being creepy. This man is literally following me around the store with his phone. And Shane's like, hey, man. And he's like, oh, I'm just talking. So then he's pretending, but like his screen, it's the camera, and he's on the phone like, yeah, man, da-da-da. But like this, like pointing at me. And I'm like, what is your deal, dude? Like, what is it? Then Shane walks off a little bit. I'm standing over here. He walks by me. He's like, damn, you fine as fuck. I said, you are so fucking disrespectful. But I was just thinking, if I'd been there by myself and walked to my car in the parking garage in Atlanta, this man most likely, because we kept seeing him the rest of the time we're in the mall, we're eating at Chick-fil-A. So we'd have Chick-fil-A back in my life. We're eating at Chick-fil-A. There he is. I'm coming out of the bathroom there. And I'm like, what if I was by myself right now? Like, it's absolutely insane that these are the things that we have to think about. Like, I'm in a mall, and during the day, broad daylight, it's just crazy. Then I go to the little car wash up the street, shout out. And these 2 little boys, just the cutest. I mean, they're probably 16, 17 years old. And one guy's like, your makeup is so pretty. you look like you're going somewhere fancy. I was like, well, I'm going to watch a football game. And he was like, well, you're very pretty. The other guy was like, I really like your hair. My hair was curly. It was all over the place. And he was like, and I really like your hair. The other guy was like, I do too. Then I go through the car wash, and the guy that's like, that kind of wipes off the water at the very end, he's like, you are so beautiful. He said, do you want to be in my music video? Said, sir. He said, I just feel like you could really add something to it. I said, you know what? If I don't get a job, I might be in somebody's music video. So you it's like Wash 5 or something on Brush River. Honey, if you see this, I might be coming back. I might be in that music video.
I like it.
So, so it's the balance of having those daily little things, but then also the creeps and like just the weird, like we were at the football game and this guy, like every time he walked by, he gently ran into me, and just things like that. Like, stop being creepy, y'all.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's weird. What are you videotaping though? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, it's just not okay. So getting used to this.
I don't like the under the. Remember when I was at the racetrack and we were texting and I was like, oh, this guy just muttered under his breath, like
be a man. If you're gonna do it,
just say it.
right.
Don't whisper it. That's gross.
Like, there's a way to compliment and be like, hey,
yeah,
you're a very attractive woman, or you have very beautiful eyes, or I like your hair. But don't be, stop. Like, what did you wanted me to do what in that moment? My husband is there, number one. Number two, what? So getting used to the little things and like just getting used to everything. I do love just the ability to go everywhere now with my car and finally be able to say. But yeah, so just the man creepiness. Let's tone down the creeps, y'all. Let's tone down the creepiness. We've talked about creeps before. Y'all didn't learn the lesson, apparently. Oh, this guy. How can you be so loving and sweet, and then the next one you want to bite my face off?
It's just a doll baby is all. He's 23 pounds of fury. All right.
Look at him. All right. Anyway, so that's our check-in. I feel like this whole thing was just to check in on me. Sorry, guys, for taking up your day and time, but that's what's going on, and we're going to stop talking about it now because I'm back and hopefully staying back forever at this point. But if not, then it's on to the next adventure.
Remind me, I got to show you something when we're done.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to figure out some technical things. Y'all are going to let us know in the comment.
Right. How it sounds, what it sounds like.
What your suggestions might be. And also, if you just have thighs ever, like in your life, if you walk around on thighs, feel free to give us a 5-star review on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast episodes.
Right.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.